Okay, this is where I'm going to get ready to start on creating a new mountain. As you can see, all that white there in front of me is some styrofoam mountains that I built 6 years ago. And you can see Face Mountain right there. And that is all styrofoam. All that's all styrofoam. And that's all styrofoam. And I'm going to pull out part of this trestle and create somewhat of a Y. I'm going to connect onto the track over there, come around this way, and then that's going to go on around too. But this part of the trestle is coming out, but I'm going to start a mountain right along in here, and I'll just video it along as I go. Okay, now I've got the uprights driven into the ground. I just use banisters, or some people call them balusters, for stairways. It's kind of a treated lumber, not much. But when this is all done, you're not really after the structural strength, because the cement itself is a structural strength. They're driven in at an angle. You can see right there, that one comes back over here, then that one goes right over there, like that, and this one will shoot across on the other side of the trestle. And they're all driven down 6 to 12 inches deep, depending on if I hit a hard rock or something. Most of them are around 8 to 10 inches, something like that. Okay, now I'm getting ready to, I'm going to show you the screws. I just use a normal 3-inch wood screw, Phillips head. I use the self-drilling lath screws because they have the big head on them, and that way you don't have to use washers. And I just use a cordless drill with a Phillips driver, and then you start screwing it on, and I'll show you as I do that. People get worried about putting this stuff on and keeping it straight, keeping it to where they want. Let's see if I can turn in here and see, as I'm turning this around here, this thing's got a big old crease in it, like that there. And see, and then comes around here, and this has got a big old crease in it like that. Okay, got to realize, all gets covered up. You won't see it. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just got to be there. Okay, take a hammer, just beat it up, bended it over like that. I'll put some screws in it. This is kinked out here like that. It's no big deal. It'll all get covered up. Let me show you, back up here a little bit. Just an overall view of my molds. I get these from, I think it's called Bragdon Enterprise, somewhere in California. Some of these molds, like that one right there, and I don't know, there's another one, maybe that one. I've had for 3 years. I've been pouring concrete in them for 3 years. These 3 on the end are brand new, unique. One of the things that when I first started, I thought, oh man, got to get these big ones, and that way that creates big pieces. There's my pieces. These are actually some I poured last fall. There's a big piece there, and you get some really great detail. Now you see, this is a small piece, but this is one of the big ones that's broke off, and I end up breaking a lot of them when I do this. I end up breaking these things quite small. And see, one of the things too is you don't want to always lay them on something flat. Like this one here, I laid kind of down in a hole, and it created this little curve right there. You kind of see that there. And but you can get some really good detail in these things, and And when you break them up and flip them around, and they you can't hardly pick out the pattern. If you break them, if you leave them in big pieces like this, yeah, you can pick out the pattern. You could lay them 2 or 3 side by side, and people might. I definitely do, but some people would say, "Oh my goodness, that's a lot of the same rock or the same mountain." Okay, I buy WD-40 in the Big Blast can, 18-ounce can. It's got the nozzle on it, kind of like wall spray. The reason why I like it is it comes out of there. I mean, it sprays it on there. I mean, you can spray it out as a regular can. It just takes a little longer. And but yeah, I sprayed all of them with WD-40, and here it is, 7:20 at night. I will fill these up tonight and pull them out tomorrow afternoon after church. Okay, this is the Finished Quikrete from Lowe's, and I use the Type S right there. Now there's Type N, Type S. Now, I'm not for sure what the difference is as far as what they're made up out of, but I do know there's a substantial difference in the strength. This is high strength structural mortar. It is definitely harder, and it dries quicker, and that is always a plus in lots of applications. All right, this is 180-pound bag. You got 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. That's what an 80-pound bag does. So, gives you an idea. They're all about 1 inch to, oh, at the thickest probably 1.5 inches. Probably some spots as thin as 3/4. So here I am pulling off the molds. Just turn the thing over, pull it off, lay it upside down so I can take a hose and wash off all the forms. If you wait 3 or 4 days, what happens is they stick to the mold so bad that you probably tear the mold. Now this mold here is my old mold. It's about shot. Just made 2 smaller ones out of this one, but that's okay. Close them off. Okay, this is how I do if I have some extra cement left over. I just find some kind of flat surface. This is a piece of galvanized metal that I had, and I just poured it into there. Okay, now I just took a chipping hammer. You could use a hammer, chisel. I just chiseled it down like this to create a rough break, and when I add on to another piece of concrete next to it, then this will really show up, and you won't even see that it's a straight line. But the way I did this is I laid it on that piece of steel, took a piece of tinfoil, put it in a Walmart bag, and just patted that down with tinfoil wadded up. And the Walmart bag, just a plastic bag, really helps do a lot of the little wrinkled lines and stuff like that. And but see, little corners broke off like that. I'll use that. And but yeah, it's a lot easier to do these molds. Okay, now I am putting up some of the molds that I had poured last year, actually. So what I'm getting ready to do here is I am, as you can see, I am preparing to lean one out. And I've got the board there that is holding that out. And now I'll cement it all in place.